Hello, my name is Chris Pratt, and this video is for Adrian and Declan.
Identical twin brothers, Adrian and Declan Reagan. Even the star of the Jurassic World movies knows their names.
You know me. So sorry for what y'all are going through, but I just wanted you to know that I'm thinking about you. I hope that might put a smile on your face.
Their story not only touched Hollywood, it continues to change lives. And the story starts with Declan, who had a nickname.
Declan the dinosaur. Because whenever Declan got to leave his room, he typically was in some sort of dinosaur costume, or he was wearing dinosaur pajamas or t-shirts.
Declan and Adrian were busy doing what brothers often do and looking forward to the next Jurassic World movie. They were about to leave soon on a family vacation when Mom, Lauren, noticed Declan had a rash.
He had these red spots that I'd seen come and go, but head to toe, on his eyelids, across his, completely.
She took him to urgent care.
They're like, this is, you need to get him to an emergency room now.
Tests at the hospital showed Declan's platelet count dangerously low. It was at 8. The normal range is 19 times that. Then Lauren got the news no parent wants to hear.
The head of oncology at Randall Children's is telling us that our son has acute myeloid leukemia, which is extremely rare in children.
She had 48 hours to go home and pack before Declan would spend the next 30 days in the hospital. The twins would be separated for the first time in their 4 years of life.
Our entire family dynamic just changed overnight because now you have to start planning and trying to coordinate with friends and family and jobs, and just life stops.
Over the next 2 years, Declan would have blood transfusions, chemotherapy, 2 bone marrow transplants. But through it all, he lifted others' spirits.
Oh my God, a ball of joy. Declan just had this loving caringness to him.
Along his journey, Declan the dinosaur partnered with the nonprofit Bloodworks Northwest, which supplied the blood from donors who kept him alive.
We were at blood drives all the time because Declan called them blood parties. He thought that everyone at a blood drive was there for him.
And for a kid who got poked by needles a lot, he was there to share his bravery with donors who were not.
Get it, Declan.
And in the hospital, he was saving dinosaurs.
Come with me.
Just like his hero Owen in the movie trailer for Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom.
We watched that movie trailer probably 80 or 90 times because it was like, yes, we're gonna see this movie.
But cancer had its own timeline. After his second failed bone marrow transplant, doctors told the family Declan had only 2 weeks to live.
Playing through my head, I'm like, okay, this movie is coming out in June. This is 6 months-ish away. What are we gonna...
Lauren was determined to beat the odds and get her boys to that movie.
I don't know.
Declan went on hospice care. They stopped treatments, but continued blood transfusions, 2 units twice a week. Make-A-Wish sent them to Hawaii, to the Jurassic World movie set. They threw a big 6th birthday bash for the boys that March. And word got to Jurassic World star Chris Pratt that one of his biggest fans was in a real-life struggle.
I know why we're here. You are in my prayers and my thoughts, and I love you. And I hope to see you later, kids. It's time.
And then something happened Lauren will never forget.
And I got a phone call and they're like, it's done. The movie, they just put the finishing touches. They're flying somebody in.
The movie producers rented out the Liberty Theater in Camas just for the twins and their family. The first fans in America to see the movie they'd been waiting for.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
And so top secret,
I'm glad we could do what we could do.
no photos or video were allowed.
We were just a piece of it that was able to make it happen.
At the end of the day, Declan lived the most fulfilled life that a 6-year-old could ever dream of. And he got to see his movie.
Declan passed away a few weeks later, 5 months after doctors had expected. But that wasn't the end
Good morning.
of Declan the dinosaur's story. Like his favorite movies, he had sequels to come.
Good morning. Hi, I'm Lauren. I am the community liaison, but I just wanted to say thank you for donating platelets today.
During Declan's final months,
He actually received 108 units of platelets.
a priceless gift
Thank you so much for donating.
that inspired Lauren to change her own journey, leaving her job in the hospitality industry to join
How are you?
Bloodworks Northwest.
Presents.
She's working with staff who not only help keep Declan alive,
We have an upcoming promotion with Columbia Sportswear.
they became like family.
Every donor will receive one. And I just now realized, even though I've signed, that you have Declan's card.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
My first day, it was like coming home because I had last seen you at Declan's memorial.
Yeah.
And so, like, full circle to come back in on my first day at work, you're here.
This is our first blood drive.
Oh my God.
It is a big deal. We got to have blood donors.
Yep.
She also organizes blood drives in communities like Camas, where the Liberty Theater brought Declan so much joy.
Shop local and get blood. Yes.
Yeah.
And she's helping restart blood drives at high schools like Park Rose.
It's a big deal. Hey, how's it going? Are you coming to donate, right?
It could save lives.
Yes. Grab yourself a snack and something to eat. Would you like a water bottle, a juice? This is the first high school that we have been at since the pandemic started, so this is a very exciting day.
That before the pandemic provided up to 20% of the blood supply.
I mean, if my blood can save lives, then, that'll make my conscience from day to day a lot better.
Those donations so important now when the nation is experiencing a critical blood supply shortage.
Now imagine what that would mean to somebody like Declan. Those 5 months wouldn't have come if we wouldn't have had platelets on hand to give to him.
I gotta take all the selfies to tag. I post every time I donate.
And Lauren never misses an opportunity to give back as often as allowed.
Squeeze your hand a couple times.
Got it.
It's looking great.
Every 56 days.
You're all done.
That's mine. Now it's going away.
Yep.
What did all those people that donated during that time, what did they give you?
They gave me time. I'm gonna say it's priceless. I lived a lifetime in those 5 months that all those generous donors gave us, and I can never say thank you enough. It's a great reminder.
And on her left arm, the one she always uses to donate,
See the blood going over it.
a tattoo of a mama dinosaur and her 2 baby dinos.
It faces me because it's for me. It's my reminder. Yeah, my 2 baby dinos.
Like the dinosaurs he loved, Declan left a lasting impression long after he left this earth. And a reminder, giving blood is one of the best ways to help humankind. Humpty Dumpty sits on a sign. Just off I-5 south of Salem, Oregon. His smile beckoning passersby into the enchanted forest, home to fairy tales and nursery rhymes.
Yeah, it kind of typifies the Willamette Valley, I think. As natural as you can get for an amusement park.
While inside, the park's creator, 91-year-old Roger Tofty, is busy outrunning near impossible odds.
Oh, boy.
Patching problems and working hard to keep his dream alive.
Been at it more than 50 years? Just doing my thing.
Geared up like a superhero ready to take on the latest villain to stalk this storybook land.
Yeah, we're still trying to recover. Kind of depressing.
This is where a lot of damage was done.
The February ice storm was punishing, bringing down hundreds of trees.
One of those branches coming straight down like a spear, and it just cuts through it like butter. Yeah, the whole top of that tree fell down.
Roger's daughter,
Yeah,
Susan,
and it all fell this way.
co-manages the business side of things.
Those trees fell straight down this path and just smashed through the kiddie train. The kiddie train is no longer right now.
Up to $1 million in damage, splintering plans for its COVID-limited season opening.
There's something that hasn't been repaired yet.
But then Rogers had tougher foes.
Yeah. How's Idiot Hill doing? Or how's the Funny Farm doing?
When this father of four bought 20 acres in 1964, thick with trees and bushes on a steep hill off the highway, to many, his dream seemed, well, like a fairy tale.
Did anybody ever say, he was crazy?
Oh, definitely. Definitely they said he was crazy.
He'd thought about being an illustrator for Saturday Evening Post. Instead, turned his drawings into sculptures. With a vision, a lot of the cars whizzing by would stop for a roadside amusement park.
When I first started, it was all brush through here, so I just crawled on my hands and knees and kind of imagined where the trail would go.
Roger cleared the brush, then handcrafted, sculpted, and painted each feature.
Yeah, the first thing I made was a pumpkin.
Humpty Dumpty on his wall.
He fell down.
Roger had to repair him a few years ago when some park visitors sat on it.
Yeah.
The crooked man in his crooked house.
The old woman in the shoe, good memories.
Daughter Mary, who manages the park with Susan, wasn't even in school yet, but she remembers.
When we were kids, she used to be in our backyard before this was even open.
And then after 3 years, I got thinking, man, I wonder if I should keep going. But then I thought, well, I've gone this far, I might as well just keep plugging away.
And he did, for 7 years. The park opened in August of 1971.
Yeah, it's a constant deal just to keep everything up.
50 years later,
Boy.
His work's still not done.
I'm the mayor, the sheriff, and the commissioner.
But even the
Yeah.
marshal of Toftyville, on his trusty steed, couldn't stop the year that brought COVID.
Yeah, there is no year like this.
The pandemic shut the park down, and with only a 6-month season,
We knew financially we were in big trouble.
That's the biggest problem with running a park like this. It's all the things that could happen.
and in this kingdom, where Roger's iconic witch was the most wicked thing around, something even worse was on the horizon.
In the midst of the whole pandemic, all of a sudden this happens.
There's fire on both sides of the road.
In September, wind-whipped flames roared out of the mountains and down the canyon.
We were in our park trying to get things out that were really important. We saved, important hard drives, Dad's artwork, Dad's plans, things like that.
While the fire didn't end up touching the park, it did scorch its soul.
6 o'clock in the morning, I get a phone call from Dad saying that Wyatt and Peggy have died in the fires. And I just couldn't believe it.
So we've had a tough year.
Roger's great-grandson Wyatt and his dog Duke died trying to save his grandmother as they tried to escape the fire in Gates in Masaniam Canyon.
Peggy and Wyatt were the sweetest, most wonderful people you would ever want to meet. And just losing them is just heartbreaking.
Yeah, they're redoing quite a bit of the castle.
But just as in fairy tales, when evil forces are conquered by good, there's magic in the enchanted forest.
We started the GoFundMe, and the next morning, it was amazing.
Within days, the community rallied around the park and family. 2 separate GoFundMes raised nearly $800,000.
It is truly a magical feeling.
It's kind of unbelievable all the support we have.
And the cobblestone street of the park's English village is paved with that love.
They really get to express themselves in these bricks.
Hundreds of park goers bought bricks.
Yeah, great memories, laughter, fun, magical,
to help keep the park afloat.
It's just like they're all so personal. I just think they're beautiful.
the people stop me and thank me for doing it, so which is kind of rewarding.
And Roger wasn't about to let them down.
Yeah, right.
Absolutely. He always says,
Quitter never wins, and a winner never quits.
and that's exactly the philosophy of our family.
But there was one more obstacle. The family received threats when they announced proof of vaccination would be required for park entrance. So they waited for COVID restrictions to ease.
Yeah, there for a while we didn't think they were going to open back up.
Before welcoming eagerly awaiting guests.
Yeah, we're excited.
Oh, we were, terrified that, they wouldn't make it.
We see people lined up.
Then,
Let's see, they'll open it pretty soon.
8 months after the Enchanted Forest closed,
We can open the gate, I think.
Yes, so exciting.
the big day arrives.
Yeah.
And a new chapter in this storybook begins.
Are you going to have a lot of fun? Yeah. Oh, good, good.
Eleni Marshman and her daughter Joanna
Thank you very much for the support.
are excited to share the enchantment
There's one.
with granddaughter Stella
Stella, do you see your name anywhere?
and show her their brick
I think it's right here.
that helps save the park.
There it is. That's so cool. Our names are here forever.
And so are the names of Wyatt Tofty
Oh, right here?
and his grandmother
Yeah,
Peggy,
right here.
who died in the wildfires.
It means a lot to us, something that'll be here for a long time.
And just above their memorial,
Really appreciate all that they've done.
a plaque thanking the
Yes.
community for supporting the family and helping the park reopen for its 50th year.
Brings out the best in people.
You ready? More and more families will get to come and enjoy it, and that it won't, this dream that Mr. Tofty had, it won't die.
Humpty Dumpty, right here.
Like Humpty Dumpty, this park had a great fall.
Yeah, that's a long haul.
Yeah.
But Roger,
Yeah.
his family, and those who loved them did what all the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't. They put it together again.
This is so cool.
Came together pretty good.
So the dream Roger Tofty built may continue to enchant for generations to come.
That's real special. Yes.